Good morning students. Today we will study about cell cycle and its events. So in this part we will study about cell cycle. We know that cycle cell cell is the basic structural and fundamental unit of life. Why? Because every organism is consisting of the cell. If we will consider a wall, then bricks are known as your cell. As your wall is made up of the basic constituent, structural constituent of a wall is made up of your cell, brick. Like that, in a body, every organism is made up of the cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit of life. A number of cell make one tissue, then a group of tissue which is having similar function and structure is known as organ, that will make one organ, and number of organs make one organ system. Highest eukaryotes like that of your human beings are made up of different organ systems are there, like that of your digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system. These are the specialized group of organs which are having a kind of specific function. But the cell is the basic and structural and functional unit of life. We know that a cell consisting, if you will say how many types of cells are there, one is your unicellularity, another one is concept is your multicellularity. Some organisms are there who are made up of a single cell, like that of your amoeba, paramecium. All those organisms are made up of a single cell only. They have only a single cell for all kinds of structural and functional integrity to maintain. For example, organelles are there, for mitochondria is there. Mitochondria, nucleus, first important is your nucleus which is made up of chromatin fibers. Then mitochondria is there, this is the outer membrane, this is the mesosome. Chloroplast is there, then endoplasmic reticulum is present, this is your ER, endoplasmic reticulum. Golgi complex is there, ribosomes are there. So these are the organelles which are present in a cell. Ribosomes are having that important protein synthesis. Mitochondria is there, that will be helpful for the production of your ATP, and ATP is energy producing molecules. And we know that for overall functioning of our body, mitochondria, ATP or generation of energy is very important. So mitochondria is important. In plants, green color chloroplast is present which is helpful for the process of photosynthesis. So chloroplast is also important. Golgi complex synthesizes lipids and vesicles which are having important function for the metabolic regulation of our body. So all those organelles are very important. So in total, to maintain structural function and functional integrity, cell plays a very vital role, and number of cell makes a tissue, tissue makes one organ, and a number of organs having a specialized function leads to organ system. And highest eukaryotes like that of your human beings and animals, all those are having proper organ systems for different metabolic functions. So the cell, every cell has the capacity to divide and redivide. This concept is different in case of your plants and animals. Why? Because the plant can differentiate or the plant can develop throughout the life, whereas the animals are restricted in their division. Why? Because every cell is having the potential, that gregarious tendency. For example, you will cut a stem, that stem may give rise to new branches, that new branches may give rise to new leaves. So accordingly, if you are cutting a part of the plant, it can produce the other organs and other parts of a plant. That capacity is known as de-differentiation. That potential is known as de-differentiation. Or that is otherwise known as totipotency. So that this totipotency phenomena is only applicable for plants. but animals are restricted in their growth. Animals are restricted in growth. Okay. Though the animal cell can divide, it is of two types. One is your somatic cell, another one is a germinal cell. The soma word means body. All the bodily cells are known as somatic cell, whereas germinal cells are present in the reproductive organs like that of your, if in case of your plant, androecium and gynoecium, which are the male and female reproductive part, and in case of your human, testis and ovary are the germinal organs which are having this germinal cell or meiotic cell. Somatic cells or bodily cells always undergo mitotic division only, whereas the germinal cell always undergo meiotic division. This is the difference, basic difference between the mitotic cell and meiotic cell, somatic cell and germinal cell. Somatic cell, why it happens in case of your bodily cells or somatic cells? Where we grow from a zygote used to be produced by the fusion of male and female gametes. After that, zygote will develop into a fetus, then fetus used to be delivered as a baby, that baby used to grow up to an adult, then old age, like that the life cycle carries on. So, from a single cell a new adult is been produced, that is because of the somatic division, whereas the gametes are produced from the reproductive organs by virtue of this germinal cell. So, this is the difference between the somatic cell and germinal cell, mitotic division and meiotic division. This is known as somatic cell undergoes mitotic division, mitotic, mitotic division, this is your meiotic division. Next we will go through what are the phases, what is cell cycle. We know that cycle means what means the sequential events. So, cell cycle suggests it is a sequential event, that leads to the formation of two new cells from a single parent cell. If this is a parent cell, it will give rise to two daughter cells. So, a sequential event, cell cycle means it is a sequential event that leads to formation of two new cells from a single cell. So, in this cyclical event or cell cycle moves through a cycle. So, this is the cycle. The two main events which occurs in the process of cell cycle is, first one is your interphase and second one is M phase or mitotic phase. In interphase, the cell prepares itself and the content, the cytoplasmic content or the nucleic acid content is getting divided in this phase or interphase. Then in next phase or mitotic phase, the chromosomal disappearance or the chromosomal division takes place in this mitotic phase or M phase. So, in first interphase starts with it consisting of different phases, that is known as G0, G1, G2, S phase, then M phase. These are the phases of cell cycle. If this is, see, this is your G1 phase, this is the G1 phase, see the G0 phase, G1, G2, S phase, then M phase. M phase consisting of number of phases. Okay. So, but the cell cycle starts from this phase. G0 phase suggests the cell only prepares itself for the process of division. For example, as we have studied that the cell consisting of the different organelles are present, nucleic acid is nucleus is present. If this is a cell, this is a cytoplasm. It consisting of different number of organelles are present within the cytoplasm. Here a nucleus is present, here chromatin fibers are present. That chromosomal duplication or chromosomal alteration will take place in this M phase, whereas the other parts will be processed by this the other organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. So that will take place in the G1 phase. G0 phase is the resting phase where the cell prepares itself for the process of duplication, whereas towards G1 phase the cell will prepare other organelles like mitochondria. If 10 number of mitochondria is present in this parent cell, that should be duplicated. 20 number of mitochondria will be present, should be present before the division process, so that 10 will be present in the parent cell, the other 10 will move to the daughter cell. So like that in G1 phase the cell prepares itself, the chromosomal cytoplasmic content, that is your 2C give rise to 4C. That means the cytoplasmic content of the cell gets divided. Along with that, proteins which are very necessary for the process of synthesis, for example during the chromosomal duplication or during the synthesis of the DNA polymerase enzyme is required, other RNA polymerase is required, tRNA is required, rRNA is required. All these biomolecules will be prepared during this G1 phase. The enzymes, proteins and so your spindle proteins, all those elements will be prepared during this G1 phase. These biomolecules will be prepared during this G1 phase. After G1 phase, the cell will move towards the G2 phase. During G2 phase, chromosomes will be start to separate from each other. For example, this is the structure of the chromosome. This is the short arm, this is the long arm and this is the centromere. This chromosomal duplication or DNA replication or the enzymes which are necessary for the process of DNA replication will initiate in this G2 phase. Then the cell move towards the synthetic phase or S phase. In this S phase or synthetic phase, for example, see this is a cell, this is the nucleus, chromosomal fibers are present. These chromosomes are present in an intercoiled manner. They should separate like this. For example, in case of your human beings, in human beings 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. Out of this 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomes. These 22 pairs are autosomes plus one pair of sex chromosome is there, that is XX, or it can be XY in case of your male, XX in case of your female. So total 23 number of 23 pair or 46 number of chromosomes are there. These 46 number of chromosomes will start to separate from each other. Why? So that the duplication of chromosome, for example, this is the structure. If we will see, for example, imagine these are the threads of a colored, these are the colored threads, red, blue, orange, like that, these are the threads. The colored threads are present in a rolled manner, we have to separate it out. So red colored strand will be aligned with the red colored strand, this green colored strand will be aligned with the green colored strand, blue color with the blue colored strand. After alignment, we can represent it like this. For example, maybe this is the first pair of chromosome we are having and this is present in the parent cell. Now what we have to do, this chromosome should be divided like this, it should be split like this, so that this is the structure of the chromosome right now after splitting. So this is the structure of chromatid. Each of the fragment of chromosome is known as chromatid, CHROMATID. This is known as your chromatid. Each of the chromosomal parts are known as chromatid and we call it as sister chromatid. Why it is called as sister chromatid? Because though this chromosome is divided or gets split up into two parts. Each of the fragment, each of the chromatid pair carries are similar in nature or exactly copy of each other. That is why this is known as your sister chromatid. So, this sister chromatid now undergoes through the process of synthetic phase or dividing phase. Next phase is your M phase. In M phase, if it is a somatic cell, it will undergo mitotic division, and if it is a germinal cell, it will undergo meiotic division. In mitosis, one cell is been divided into the parent cell is getting divided into two daughter cell. If 2n set of chromosomes are present in the parent cell, each of the daughter cells will have 2n or 2n number of chromosomes only. 23 pairs is present in the parent cell. Each of the 23 pairs of the chromosome will move towards the daughter cell. Whereas, if it is a meiotic division, one parent cell or the organ will give rise to 4 number of daughter cells, and each of the 4 daughter cells will have haploid or n set of chromosomes will be present in the each of the daughter cell. So, this kind of division is known as your meiotic division. This kind of division is known as your mitotic division. Either it is if it is mitotic division, it will undergo prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. First one is your prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. These are the 4 substages, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 subphases of mitotic phase: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. In next class, we will go through about the phases of mitosis and meiosis, briefly about prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase in our next class. Okay. Thank you.